Welcome to High School Football Game Night, presented by Scenic Cable Network and Production. Now, here's tonight's game.
Welcome to Friday Night High School Football. Jim Boone, Coach Jim Robbins bringing you Houston Academy and Cottonwood. Homecoming tonight here at Northcutt Field. These two teams are unbeaten teams in Class 2A, Region 2. Cottonwood's 4-1, also HA's 4-1, and 3-0 in the region. So tonight's winner will move into first place, and the Raiders, they've won this match, Jim, the last 4 times we played here at Northcutt Field. So we're expecting a big match between these two teams coming out here on the field tonight.
Well, absolutely. It's a highly anticipated game. We've played half the season now, and two very powerful ball clubs are going to meet here tonight. And we've had a great week of homecoming activities, and it's good to see some of our alumni to come back. And so we're looking forward to a great one.
Good crowd here tonight at Northcutt Field. Cottonwood is a good, big follower of their Bears. And, of course, HA, good crowd tonight, homecoming here. And a lot of grandparents here, a lot of moms and dads here to watch the ball game tonight. Cottonwood will receive. Bratcher Underwood has the kick and into the end zone. That old weapon that we got with Bratcher Underwood, Coach.
It's always good to see. I tell you, that touchback's a wonderful thing where Bratcher keeps those guys from breaking along when on us early. So now we can break down and play that good offense, good defense, this time.
Tell you, we're going to be looking at this Corey Gill, quarterback. He's leading the Wiregrass in passing this year, and he's back there in the shotgun right now. First play right off the bat, throws over, and it's an incomplete pass, and it was intended for none other than a coachman. How many times have we called that name in the last 10 years?
I'll tell you what, in my early years, I called it way too many times, and it wasn't a good thing most of the time. They're a very talented family, and the Hardwicks, I've seen some of those names, and outstanding players in Cottonwood. They're
going to spread it all over the field, as we can see there, twins on both sides. So it's an explosive offensive team as Cottonwood Bears bring in tonight. Number 2 with the ball. Got an open field, and it's going to be brought down there at about the 36-yard line. And that was Hardwick with the ball.
Yeah, I tell you, they're diverse. They do like to throw the football an awful lot, but, and I think they'll recognize quick that we're gonna try to do some things to stop that pass game. So, of course, second play, they make a nice gain on the run.
Bring up a first down for the Bears. Again, in motion is Gill. Right across the middle, and good defensive play there. Man, they've got those black jerseys on tonight, HA does, and Cottonwood's in white, and it is hard to pick up those numbers. Who's that defensive player? Was that Taylor?
I think that was Taylor Lewis back that had a pretty good coverage on that play right there, yeah.
Intended receiver was number 10, Wooten for Cottonwood. Bring up a second down. This time is going to give it to the man in motion. I believe that might be Hardwick. No, that was number 4 that time. That's Blanks. Boy, I tell you, they've got like 4 or 5 skilled players. And I tell you, we're going to be calling their name a lot tonight. And Cameron Blanks is one of those players. Bring up a third down and 10 for Cottonwood. Back to throw again. It's Corey Gill. He's looking for a man deep, wide open. And that's number 4. That's Blanks. Man, he had an open receiver there to throw to.
Yeah, we brought some pressure from the defensive right side, and Corey Gill spotted that and swept out to his right. But the thing about him, Jim, when he gets out of the pocket, he's not necessarily looking to run. He keeps his eyes upfield, and he found an open receiver on that play.
So to bring up a first down for Cottonwood. This time he's going to fake it. Got the man in motion, number 33. He's going to swing it out to him. And it's going to be a little pickup on the play. And number 33 is Perry. So I tell you what, Gill looks pretty good sitting back there in the pocket. He's got plenty of time to throw the ball. And he's got numerous receivers to throw to.
That's the reason I think our defense tried to mix it up a little bit by bringing that pressure a while ago, but they did a great job of picking it up.
Staying in the shotgun. It's time to give it to Hardwick, number 4. And Hardwick's going to be close to a first down. I'm sorry, that's Blanks, Cameron Blanks, number 4. And that will be another first down for Cottonwood. Boy, I tell you, they're on the move here. They started their own 20-yard line, and now they've moved it down to the HA 25.
Pretty balanced attack so far, Jim. Mix up of run and pass.
Looks like we're only rushing three linemen. And we got a pressure on 4. That looked like a tip ball. Was that 13 for HA? Yeah, that was Andy Jones for HA that looked like maybe tipped the ball. It was intended for number 24.
Yeah, he was in his passing lane, jumped up to distract. I don't know if he got a piece of it or not. But once again, you know, the Raiders are trying to give him a different look on the line of scrimmage and then walking up some linebackers to bring a little more pressure.
Intended for Josh Burks, number 24. In the shotgun again. Oh, man, look at this run. Big pickup on the play of about 8 yards, number 33 with the ball. And that's Perry again with the ball. Close to another first down. Clock's moving, 9:10 left in the first quarter. We're early here at Northcutt Field tonight. Cottonwood Bears and the Houston Academy Raiders. Number 4 with the ball. That's Blanks again, and he's got the first down. Boy, they're just moving that ball right down the field, Coach.
I'll tell you, they're quick in the hole. You know, they don't have to open a gap very long in the back, so they have a very quick, and they just get a little crack, a little seam in there, and they're going to pick up some positive yardage. So you're right, they've been very successful at maintaining their drive.
Ball sitting at the HA 14. And that time, Corey Gill overthrew his man intended for number 1. That was Coachman out in the flats. So that'll bring up a second down and 10 for the Raiders. For the Bears. Well, we need to make something happen. We need a fumble, interception, or something right here to keep them out of the end zone. Man, I tell you what a seam, what good blocking by Cottonwood. Number 4 takes it to the end zone. That's Cameron Blake.
Yeah, one big thing again, he starts off tackle, but you know what we got to remember as tacklers, we got to remember to always maintain that inside leverage. And right there, it looks like we got overhead up of him, and then he turned it back toward the middle of the field, and very successful to get in the end zone for 6 points.
So Cottonwood goes up 6-0. 8:39 left in the first quarter. Corey Gill, the quarterback, number 6, will attempt the extra point. It's down, it's up, and it's a little punch kick, and it is no good. So Cottonwood 6, HA 0.
Well, Jim, we may be facing one of those offensive games tonight. You know, we have 2 quarterbacks that are very capable. You know, Andy for us, he'll run or throw, and he's very effective at both. And I think Cottonwood just sends a message early that they like to throw the ball. They want to throw the ball, but yet, you know, when you loosen up to increase your coverage a little bit, then they can run the ball very effectively as they did in that first drive.
You know, this Cottonwood team played a 1A school, McKenzie, last week, and over in McKenzie, and got beat last week 44-30. So, boy, they must have run up a pretty decent team over there, a 1A school. McKenzie, that's a pretty big region over there, isn't it? Pretty tough region.
You go over there, you better strap it up and get ready to play. That's for sure now. But they got over there. But I think Cottonwood, was leading in that ball game early on, and then I think they had, I think it was number 10, their linebacker, one of the better linebackers, went out of the ball game, and then things turned around. So. It's like all of us in 2A football. You lose a key guy, the wrong man, it can make a big difference.
Cottonwood's getting ready to kick off to HA. That's Hayes Battles, number 24, that'll take it his own 12-yard line. Hayes is trying to look for a seam up the field. Hayes Battles is up the seam. He's going downfield. Hayes Battles is at the 20, at the 10. Nobody's going to catch Hayes Battles. How about that, Coach? No flags on the field.
Is that kind of familiar to last week to you? You remember we Dale County throws a pass and goes up 6-0, and we kick it off, and then Richard Howell takes it back. Once again, we do a great job of setting up a wall to our home side of the field, and excellent blocking. Hayes got on that seam and takes it in for 6.
I tell you what, you and I saw that sitting up here. Hayes just kind of set back a few minutes, let that wall set up, and right down that sideline he went. And when Hayes gets to the 40-yard line, they ain't no catching Hayes Battles. So Houston Academy 6, Cottonwood 6. Bratcher Underwood back to kick the extra point. It's down, it's up, and Houston Academy is now leading this ball game 7-6 over the Cottonwood Bears. Boy, I tell you.
Well, a great job right there.
Like
some things don't go, some people have a job that is not very noticed sometimes. Kate Oliver got a high snap, did a great job to get that ball down.
I was going to talk about our last week's game, but, I'm still a little excited about that run back. He took it at his own 12-yard line and about 80-yard run there by Hayes Battles.
Well, Hayes there was one guy that came across that had a shot at Hayes.
He did.
He did what he does all the time when he carries the ball. He's just going to lower the shoulder, give a little slide move, and he's just got a way of getting away from a one-on-one situation. Does a great job of that.
So the defense didn't get a whole lot of rest. They're fixing to go back on defense, but we'll take that 7 on the board right now with 8:21 left here in the first quarter. Bratcher Underwood back to kick for the Raiders. Back deep for Cottonwood is number 1. That's Coachman. Kalen Coachman, and also number 2, Hardwick. Octavius Hardwick, number 2, back deep. 2 speedsters for the Bears. And there won't be a return on that as it goes over the end zone, just about to the parking lot.
Tell you what, it is a weapon that we hope we have more coming, but probably I know for 10 years we have had that weapon every single year, and it is very underestimated sometimes. But Bratcher will certainly bring it to your attention in these games, the touchbacks and also the long field goals.
So the Bears take it right there at their own 20-yard line. Corey Gill back in the quarterback, slides it off in the flats to number 4. That's Banks, Cameron Banks, with a pickup of about 5 on the play.
Jim, a pretty good job right there. I think Jackson Dennis over on that side, and whoever was Hunter McIntyre, whoever that other outside linebacker, of just taking on those blocks, making sure they keep their outside arm free and forcing them back to the inside where we had those inside linebackers pursuing. So nice play by the defense.
Bring up a 2nd down and 5 for Cottonwood. This time they're going to hand it off. Looks like number 2, Hardwick, with the ball, and he's going to get a 1st down.
Oh, that's fine.
They're going to no huddle on us, Jim. They're moving pretty quick out there.
I can do that. I'm going over there anyway.
We're trying to shuttle some players in. Golson comes out. 57 for HA goes in.
Shelby White going in for
That's
Golson.
Shelby White, okay. Again, Houston Academy in the black, Cottonwood in the white tonight. Time Corey Gill with the ball, being hit by a host of Raiders. Might have lost a couple of yards on the play.
See, that's kind of a surprise, Jim, because generally he does not make predetermined runs. He'll run if he's forced to, but he's always likes to throw the football. But I think after that play, he may not run much anymore. Pretty good job by the defense.
So that'll bring up a 2nd down. 2nd down and 9, they're calling it. Again, Gill's back. Man, wonderful. Great catch over there by that Coachman kid. What a throw by Gill, Corey Gill that time.
Well, see, that's what we've talked about. You know, he has such good velocity that ball doesn't stay in there very long. And I thought Jackson had great coverage right there on the receivers. Just a little spot route. They just go down about 8 or 10 yards and turn around, and the ball's there. So all you do is make the tackle just right there at the spot.
But I tell you, he gets rid of that ball in a hurry, too. 3rd down and 4. 33 with the ball. That's that Perry kid. And I tell you, they have got some weapons there.
Certainly do. It's going to be an issue. I can't tell. Is this 4th down going to be?
It's going to be 4th down and inches. Davis Adams goes in. Got Hayes Battles coming out. Got another player, 55, going in for the Raiders, Thomas Robinson. And they look like they're going to punt it, Coach.
Well,
that's kind of a surprise the way they've been running the ball on us. Could be a fake, though.
Well, I think that that kickoff return might have took a little sting out.
Got Richard Howell, number 6, back deep for the Raiders. And, yeah, they're definitely punting it. Woo, what a punt. Let it go in the end zone. What a kick.
Oh, what a break.
Are they going to call it at the 1? Oh, they sure are. I mean, what was Richard supposed to do? The ball all of a sudden died at the 1 yard line.
Yeah, the hop right before that one, you know, had a little velocity, and the end over end headed to the end zone. Then all of a sudden, it just catches a tip right there and just stops.
Wow.
Just checks up. Good job by Richard to get on that ball.
Yeah, and I mean, the kick was an excellent kick, way over his head. He goes for it, thinking he might pick it up, but the ball dies at the 1. So HL's take it right there at their own 1 yard line with 5:11 left in the first quarter. Andy Jones. Good run there by Andy.
Absolutely.
Just took it and tucked it in the shotgun. Alex Reeves goes in, number 28 for the Raiders, and Richard Howell comes out of the ball game. Empty backfield with Andy Jones just keeping it. Look at this run by Andy Jones, 1st down Raiders.
You know, I think, Jim, that the thinking, Coach Addison and the staff, I think they do believe that they can put the ball on the ground and just run it straight at them if they have to. And, you know, they haven't really had a chance to do that yet, and they started deep in our own territory. But 2 good runs by Andy's got us out where maybe we can start doing a little extra stuff. So, nice job by the offense here to get us out of the deep territory.
Well, you know they've seen film, and you know they're keying on Hayes Battles. They got to be. And here we come out with the empty backfield with Jones back there in the shotgun. 3rd play of the game. Andy Jones just keeps it running and picks up some more yardage. I tell you what, you give a lot of credit to this coaching staff. I know they work hard every week, but every week they come in with a great game plan of these opponents they play, I think.
Well, I was out of practice about 3 days this week, and I'll tell you what, I like a lot of things they've got put in tonight. And it boils down to execution, but I think they're capable of doing this tonight.
This time we got Hayes Battles coming out of the backfield. That's that little swing play that's, man, you get Hayes on the run right there. He can tuck it and go up the sideline.
I'll tell you, a tough break right there because Richard Howell had a nice one-on-one block out there on the corner. If Hayes could have caught that ball quickly, he had a couple options. He cut it in or hit the sideline, either one. But that would have been a substantial gain had we been able to pull it in.
So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 with 3:42 left in the first quarter. Houston Academy leading this ball game 7-6. Jackson Dennis out on this side, looking down deep, little screen pass, intercepted by Cottonwood. I think they might have seen that on film last week. We tried that little screen early in the ball game, and man, number 4, who is, yeah, that's Blanks.
Well, I don't think Andy ever saw him coming. It looked like he came a little bit from defense from Andy's left side, and just when I think he just read the screen and then moved into the passing lane, and nice play by Cottonwood. So we're going to have to regroup, get back.
I assumed the screen was intended for Hayes, but I didn't see Hayes in the screen.
I didn't see anybody in the.
I mean, I saw a bunch of Cottonwood Bears.
Yeah, in the depth that he was throwing, I didn't see anybody either.
Yeah. So Cottonwood attempt the extra point here. Unbalanced line. Ball's loose. Ball's on the ground. This time Corey Gill goes back. He's being chased by a host of Raiders. And he's going to throw it deep for the end zone. And how he got that ball off, I won't ever know, Coach.
Well, once again, we had I couldn't tell who it was, but broke in front. Trying to intercept, but all we had to do was just find the receivers he's throwing to and get on them and knock it down. But, a tough play.
We got us a ball game. Cottonwood 14, Houston Academy 7, 3:34 left here in the first quarter. Cottonwood getting ready to kick off. Back deep is Richard Howell for Houston Academy. And it's going to go out of bounds at about the 8-yard line.
Hey, Jim, I thought for a minute there they had done hit another sand wedge in there and dropped it right inside the line. It's,
yeah.
Looked like they've been working on that.
Yep. So that'll bring it up to, I believe they spotted it to 35. Yeah. Penalize, you bring it up to the 35. So HA will start in a little bit better position than we started the first series of downs at our own 1-yard line.
Well, we've heard Coach Addison say it a lot of times. You just don't panic. You just stay to your game plan and keep working. It's 4 quarters of football. Be okay.
This time Andy in the shotgun, Andy Jones. Hayes in motion. This time he'll give it to Hayes Battles. Hayes looking for a seam, and we get a late flag go down. And more than likely it could be holding on HA. Yeah, and it is. Okay, we don't need to lose our composure here. We just need to keep our heads together.
Well, that's the thing. Cottonwood brought some pressure inside right there. We had a nice play called outside. Of course, we get the holding call. We can't do that. But, we had a gain, looked like maybe 5-6 yards right there. And, we keep that. We just keep moving it right down the field and get back in this thing.
Yep.
So we talked about in the past, excuse me right there for a minute, but, some of our times we've got to catch balls that are thrown to us. We can't make penalties and then not execute plays very well to stay in this ball game. So we'll improve at that, I'm sure.
So it'll be 1st and 20 for the Raiders. This time again, Hayes Bowles to the right side. Hayes is looking for his blocking, and he's going to pick up maybe 6 of those 10 we just lost. And we got somebody slow getting up. I sure hope that's not 24. Thomas Robinson, number 55, is coming off the field on his own power, so hopefully he'll be okay and be back in the ball game. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 12 for the Raiders. Clock's moving. There's 3 minutes left now in the first quarter. Richard Howell will split to this side. Jackson Dennis on the other side. We got Bowles in motion, swinging out to Bowles. Bowles needs a block on this side. Coach, one block, he would have been going up the sideline.
Well, I'll tell you what they're doing now. They had, I think it was number 5. It was a backside linebacker in that 5-3 look. And then we come this way. But when Hayes swung out, 5 had him man-to-man. It's like he's just kind of mirroring Hayes' battle. So he came across trying to get to him, but it's a good job on Hayes still to get some good positive yardage. But I'm going to tell you, they know where 24 is, and they're going to have somebody going with him.
And I saw 2 over here. Hardwick was also in the play, so
That may have been him.
They had a couple of guys keying on Hayes. Andy Jones hands off to Hayes Bowles on the other side. And, man, just nothing over there for Hayes to turn that field. Good stop over there by, number 33 for Cottonwood, Perry. That's going to bring up a 4th down.
Jim, once again, we were trying to get onto the corner and have Hayes be able to turn it up, but we had a block out on the outside, but we didn't stay with it. But I'm going to tell you, give credit to these Cottonwood. These corners now are very quick. They're not big, but they're hard to stay on. He got around the block and made the tackle.
4th down and 4, so Bratcher Underwood back to punt for Houston Academy. High snap, and Bratcher gets off a bomb. And it takes a bad bounce on the Cottonwood side, and they will take over right there at their own 26-yard line. Boy, we just can't get the roll tonight, can we, Coach?
Well, you look at our offense, we had a pass out to Hayes. Had we completed the pass, was a good gainer. We had the interception we threw. We had that sweep to Hayes Battles on the outside and just wasn't able to stay with the block. If we execute those a little bit better, we have some big gains. So we can get it done. We just got to be a little more consistent.
1st and 10 for the Cottonwood Bears. Back to throw is Corey Gill. Throws out, looks like number 1, Coachman. Coachman is still on his feet. And the ball was loose. Yeah, they fumbled the ball.
And they picked it up.
They picked it up. And gets a 1st down out of it. Moves the ball down to the 41-yard line of Cottonwood. Again, they go with no huddle, and he looked for that sideline for that play. Got them spread out again. Corey Gill back to throw, looking for a man deep. There he is, number 2, and he overthrows him.
Yeah, I tell you.
That was
what Coach is talking to Cullen Armstrong right now, number 5. That Cullen kind of was going with him a little bit, bumped him, then released him, but the safety had a long way to go to get over to this outside half, and a little more accurate pass that could have been 6.
Yeah, and I assume Dylan picks him up. Dylan Rice, number 11.
Right.
But Dylan's got to get over there and cover the guy. Here we go again with Gill. Back to throw a little screen pass this time. 33, and we read it. Great stop there. That's Taylor Lewis. I can tell by the way he's walking. Good stop there by Lewis. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and a long 7 for Cottonwood. Man, we need to hold them right here to put them in a punting situation. We need the ball back. Got trips on this side. They're going to be looking across the middle right here. There's number 24 breaking, and he's looking for 24. You can see it coming up here, Coach. This is a little skinny post pattern, and 24 is wide open across the middle. 1st down, by the way, 24 is at Josh Burke, which I had a little conversation with his dad before the ball game. Didn't even know he had a son playing. And that's going to bring an end to the 1st quarter here at Northcutt Field. Jim Boone, Coach Jim Robbins. Into the 1st quarter, Cottonwood 14, Houston Academy 7. You're watching Scenic Sportsnet. Starting the 2nd quarter here at Northcutt Field. Cottonwood 1st and 10 at the Houston Academy 40-yard line. Corey Gill and shotgun hands off to Blanks with the ball. Blanks is still on his feet. Finally gets brought down at the 25. We get a flag, goes down, and it looks like it could be in the Cottonwood backfield.
Tell you another thing, Jim. You see right there that lateral movement, because we had a guy penetrate the line of scrimmage on the outside and just was sitting right in that running lane. But he makes a quick lateral move, kind of like Hayes Battles does. Next thing you know, he's on the second line over there and picks up a nice gain. Thank goodness we got a flag on that one.
Yeah, we got holding on Cottonwood, so that one's going to come back. But, yeah, big gain on the play is Cameron Blanks with the ball. Cottonwood team looks well coached.
Toby Green does a great job with that staff over there and his players. And I tell you, you give him some skilled players, especially like Corey Gill as quarterback, and the speed that he has out there, he'll keep them in a ball game.
So that'll back them up. Be 1st and 20 now for Cottonwood. Shelby White goes in the ball game. And we got too many men on the field. We're trying to shuttle the players in and out. We got a little confused on the defense.
Yeah, Coach Aston not happy at all. But I'll tell you once again right there, you know, they bring it to the wide side trying to go off tackle out there. And then we had guys coming and pursuing good angles. But because he stopped and cut back. And, you know, if we don't anticipate a cut back by the running back, we're going to get in trouble because these guys are quick. They get you moving hard outside, plant, cut back inside, and good yardage.
Yep. I sure thought they called that on us, but it looks like they're talking to both captains. Yeah, it's illegal participation by the Raiders. That's what the call was, but they sure didn't move the ball very far, so I don't think that penalty hurt us really bad. Still 1st down for Cottonwood. So 1st down and 15 for Cottonwood after the Markov penalty on H.A. Back to throw is Corey Gill, throwing deep this time, got a man open. Good play by the corner man for H.A. Cade Oliver.
Now, I'll tell you the big thing about Cade Oliver right there, if you look back at that one, they ran a guy down the seam on the inside, and they had a guy to the outside. And Cade did a great job of just getting in that middle area right there and then breaking on the football. But they were putting a lot of pressure on him in that cover 2 with him sitting back deep and had 2 receivers threatening.
That's what we got to have. That ball's down to the 10-yard line. That Corey can throw the ball. Here he goes again, back in the shotgun, looking deep again. Got a man across the middle. Great play there. Was that Hunter? Yeah, Hunter McIntyre, number 2.
That's what we're going to have because, you know, again, that's a dive play where he's just trying to get a hand on it and deflect the pass. And, you know, as the way that Corey Gill throws a football, you may not get there just, you know, with foot speed. So we've got to have more play like that. A really great play by Hunter McIntyre.
And now they put Dylan Rice comes out, and now we get more speed in the backfield. Defensive back Hayes Battles is back there. Again, thrown across the middle. Oh, man, I thought Hunter had him one that time.
And great coverage. Great coverage right there.
Man, what a turnaround where our backfield all of a sudden. Obviously, that little timeout we took and Coach Addison got down and talked to him must have paid off.
Sometimes it's all in the explanation. I'm sure he explained it differently.
Back deep is Hayes Battle, standing at his own 10 for Houston Academy. Bring up a 4th and 15 for the Bears. Oh, terrible snap. And how Corey Gill even got that one off, I'll never know, but he did.
Yeah, just an athletic play.
So Raiders will take it at their own 30-yard line, 1st and 10 going the other way.
Well, a big opportunity right here, Jim, with 11 minutes and a half. And we know that we can move the football, but we've got to be consistent. We have to execute. But we get pretty good position here to start this thing off. And this is an important drive here for this first half.
It's a very important drive. And see what we come out with. This time we're going to fake it to Hayes, and Jones will just keep the ball. And Andy Jones picks up a couple on the play. Tell you, that defensive front for Cottonwood is pretty tough.
I'll tell you what I think they are. I think they're guys that they're not big. They're not going to just take you and drive block you off the line of scrimmage a lot, but they get off a block very well, you know, and I think that's what they're doing to us right here.
Yeah, I think size-wise, I think we match up pretty good with them size-wise. But yeah, I think they get, like you said, I think they get off a block pretty good. This time, Andy Jones rolls out. It's going to throw, got a man wide open. That's Hayes. Battles, and Hayes, great catch by Hayes. Also a good pickup after the catch.
Well, you know, that's the same ball that he bobbled a while ago, bobbled again. This time he pulled it in. You know, you're not going to see him bobble many. So to pull that one in and a big first down for the Raiders at this time. But we've got to get Hayes involved in this thing. We know he's our money guy.
So that'll bring up a first down for the Raiders. And now Houston Academy will call a timeout. First and 10 for the Raiders. Ball's at midfield. Hayes in motion. That Andy will just keep the ball. Andy Jones is still on his feet, driving. A good pickup there by Andy. Second effort.
Absolutely. We had a lineman leading the way through there. I didn't catch the number. But I'll tell you what, it may have been Wilson. But, you know, great job at the point of attack. You know, and good positive. What did we get, about 8 yards right there? Nice play.
We'll call it 7, so it'll be good to bring up a 2nd and 3 for the Raiders. Ball now in the Bears' territory on their own 45. Again, Andy Jones in the shotgun, and man, good tackling there by the Bears. Number 52 in there for Cottonwood. Picked up a first down.
That's something new we put in this week. I tell you, we had some blockers outside at the point of attack, and then we just had a linebacker came from the inside and just made a nice tackle, but first down.
Hayes in motion. That's back to throw. Got a man across the middle, wide open. Hunter McIntyre down the sideline. Hunter McIntyre. Coach, that had to be something they put in this week. That was a beautiful play right there. Great pattern Hunter McIntyre ran.
Yeah, really good ball handling by Andy, too, to fake and to keep them in respecting the run. And then Hunter McIntyre, you know, he was wide open on that backside seam and, you know, on that crossing route. And just Andy did a tremendous job of delivering the football. And nice catch and 6 points right back in it.
Good blocking by that offensive line, too. We don't give enough credit to them. It gave Andy time to get rid of that ball. Bratcher Underwood back to kick the extra point. It's up. It's in the woods. And, boy, we've got a tie ball game, 14-14 here at Northcutt Field. Homecoming for the Raiders.
Well, like we knew coming in this thing, we've got two offenses here that can put points on the board. And I think, again, you know, the last defensive series the Raiders had did an outstanding job of covering their receivers, and I think we'll build on that now. And if we go into this half and with another defensive series right here before the half, feeling like we kind of got it figured out and people are getting in our coverages and we're kind of disguising some things, then we will certainly have a lot of confidence coming into the second half.
No doubt, no doubt. What a great drive right there the Raiders put on and to get right back in this ball game. And like you say, they've got to have a lot of confidence after that last defensive stand they had to stop these Cottonwood Bears. Coach Addison's down there talking to that special teams group. With 8:59 left in the first half. Stay tuned for a halftime festivities. We'll have the Queens rolling out in the convertibles. Bratcher Underwood back to kick. Back deep is number 1, Kayla Coachman, and also number 4, Cameron Blanks for Cottonwood. Another great high kick, outstanding kickoff by Bratcher Underwood.
You know, one of these days we're going to miss that. I hope not.
But, you know that. I know Coach Addison's got somebody in the wings that's just going to step right up to the plate.
Well, you can bet those guys working on it.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cottonwood Bears at their own 20-yard line with 8:59 left in the first half. Again, rushing 4 men. This time they'll give it to number 4. That's Cameron Blanks with the ball. And good run there by Blanks, first down.
I'll tell you, when people think about Corey Gill and his passing attack, and he certainly is exceptional at that, but, you know, these running backs they have, you know, are strong, quick, and the line does a great job of just staying on blocks. They're not going to blow you off the line, but they're going to tie you up.
HA's got another player down. Brandon Capps, injured on the play, walks off on his own power, number 66. And it'll be first down for Cottonwood. This time Gill gives it off to number 4. Again, Cameron Blanks with the ball. Short gain on the play, bring up a second down. Taylor Lewis, 54, goes in the ball game. Shelby White comes out, 57. Got twins on this side, and here comes Blanks on this side looking for a hole. Good stop by that defense of HA. In on the stop was Taylor Lewis. Third down and 3 for Cottonwood. Gives it to Blanks again. And I think they might have stopped him that time, Coach. It's going to be a 4th down and inches, it looks like.
This will be a gutty call on the behalf of Cottonwood here, you know, with 7 minutes left. You know, if he wants to try to go for this, but if he doesn't make it, it puts the Raiders in ideal position. So we'll be interested to see what he does here.
Well, in the first quarter, he had a very similar 4th down situation. He didn't go for it that time, but it looks like he's going for it this time.
Quick kick.
Looks like he's going to kick it. Yeah, he steps back. And, you know, I think they do that because they don't want Hayes Battles back there running one back on them, or Richard Howell.
Well, you know, I'll take that anyway. We take some balls out of their hands. And, listen, our offense is starting to gel a little bit. A golden opportunity now to put points on the board and go into the half with the lead.
6:50 left in the first half, and, yeah, we'll take it. Ball was down at the 10-yard line. So 1st and 10 Raiders at their own 10. Jackson Dennis split wide to the right. Hayes in motion, going to give it to Hayes this time, and Hayes is going to grind it out and pick up a couple on the play, trying to find it, follow his blocking. Cullen Armstrong, number 5, goes in the ball game. He normally doesn't play on offense.
It's good to see Cullen back out on the field. He's been out for a while with an injury, and
yep,
I know he's been excited to get back in the action.
I think he missed the last couple of ball games, bruised knee, and he's actually split over here on this side. And Andy's rolling out. He's looking for a man open, and it is Armstrong, it looks like. Yeah, Cullen Armstrong. Good catch there by Cullen. Cullen picks up about 3 on the play, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Third and 4 for the Raiders. We need to make this 4, Coach. We don't want to get the ball back to them. Andy's going to give it to Hayes Bells, and Hayes Bells is going to get that 1st down. Good hard running by Hayes. But more, they closed that hole up in a hurry, didn't they?
Well, they did, but I'll tell you what, I really like the blocking we had at the point of attack, because when Hayes got to the outside, he's always looking back for the cutback, and he turned the ball upfield for a nice, had a nice seam in there, and then picked up the 1st down, exactly what we were looking for there.
Boy, I tell you that Hayes can tuck it and go. 1st and 10 Raiders. Keep giving it to the bread and butter, Hayes Battles. And I tell you, after the stop, after the first initial hit, Hayes picks up another 2 after that.
Well, there was a nice block by 54 Taylor Lewis, who pulled and got in that hole, and Hayes was right on his back, made a nice cut off his block, and just keeps the chains moving. We can handle about 5 yards of play here. It would be nice.
2nd down and 5. Clock's moving. 5 minutes left here in the first half. Tie ball game, 14-14. Tell you what, we just keep giving to Hayes Bells, and he just keeps churning them up. Another 1st down, Raiders. Good run there by Battles. Tell you what, good blocking, Coach. A good open hole there for Hayes to run.
It really is. That's what we see. When we give it to Hayes and put him in motion coming around, and his ability to see the field so well, and he picks up that blocking, and so far on this drive, when he's got over on the corner, there's been a nice seam there, and then he makes his cut, gets on that next level, and then picks up a couple extra yards. So very successful. I'm sure they want to work that clock. They like to just move it down the field and be able to put 6 on the board with no time left.
Hayes is averaging 76 yards per game. So good average for Battles. Also, Andy Jones averaging 106 passing yards per game.
Well, I would expect to see something. Richard Howell, again, has got good speed, and, they've got some things they worked on this week, I think, that, you just cannot key on 24. Certainly he's the big weapon, and everybody's going to do it. But yet we have other weapons that we can use if you start keying too much on him.
So 1st down Raiders. Good crowd out here tonight at Northcutt Field. Of course, Cottonwood, big supporters of their Cottonwood Bears. Who's that, number 9 with the ball, Coach?
Wesley.
Wesley Hudson with the ball.
That's what I'm saying. Again, we put Hayes in motion and coming this way, and then we give it just a quick dive to Wesley straight ahead for a nice little gain there.
Second and 6 for the Raiders. Hayes in motion. Give it to Hayes this time. Good seam for Hayes. Another first down. Boy, he is eating up that yardage tonight.
Well, that's just a good ground game. And I'll tell you, and the big thing there is when Hayes is put in motion, goes around inside, you don't see anybody from Cottonwood really penetrating that line that interrupts his route. So it enables him just to kind of flow freely around that corner and just see the opening. And when it gets it, it's 5-6 yard gain.
Some of those people over there on that side, on the other side, probably remembers another Battles that played at Cottonwood. That would be his father, Tracy Battles.
Indeed.
Back to throw is Andy Jones. He's being pressured. And Andy's going to be brought down right there at the 47-yard line. Number 25 in on the stop, Daniel Cody for Cottonwood.
You know, he didn't see him early. I guess was that Cade Oliver that was streaking down the left side? I think it was. No. That was, I guess that was Alex Reeves. And they had him covered, but he broke clear behind him, but Andy had to scramble a little bit before he saw him.
Going to be a loss on the play, being up a 2nd and 12 for Houston Academy. Again, give it to Battles, and Battles running tough tonight. Pickup of 8 on the play.
Jimmy, another thing, you know what's going on here in the coach's mind. They see 3 minutes on the clock, and they're going to try to just keep it moving down the field, because who do they have standing on that sideline that can get it to that field goal? And that's Bratcher Underwood.
Absolutely. All we need is probably, another 20 or 30 yards, and we're within Bratcher's target zone. Again, Hayes Battles. Got another first down. See where they mark it, but it's going to be real close to the first down. Not a very good spot for Houston Academy, so it's going to bring up 4th down and inches for the Raiders.
Where the ball is, Ralph, not where his toe is.
Houston Academy is going to call a timeout and talk this one over. Fourth down and inches for the Raiders, and they're going for it with 2:02 left here in the first half. Andy Jones under snap. Yep, first down. Looked like ball got loose. And it is a first down Raiders. Just a sneak by Andy Jones and got that first down. Bratcher Underwood needs to be warming up that leg over here on the sideline, because we're going to need him in about another minute or so. Andy in the shotgun. Cullen Armstrong in motion. Got it thrown across the middle. Oh, man. In and out of the hands of Hunter McIntyre. Man, those sticky hands. Hunter hardly ever loses that ball. Wide open across the middle. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 with 1:36 left here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime for the Raiders. Big halftime show here at Northcutt tonight. Hunter McIntyre in the backfield. Single setback, fake to Hunter. This time Andy will keep the ball. And good pick up there by Andy Jones. Third down and 5 for the Raiders. Clock's moving. Time Andy's going to keep it. Andy's still on his feet. Oh, man, great run there by Andy Jones. Gets it down to about the Cottonwood 20-yard line. with 52 seconds left in the first half. Another first down, Raiders. Umpire winds the clock. We're back in play. Andrews getting the call from the sideline. Andy back to throw, looking across the middle. Got a man wide open. Another first down, Raiders. Jackson Dennis. Raiders are down to the Cottonwood 5-6 yard line. And now we got a timeout on the field. Bears calls a timeout with 27 seconds left here in the first half. All right, the Raiders are back. First and goal. Andy Jones back to throw. This time he's going to keep it. He's looking for the end zone and tips toe in the end zone for another touchdown, Raiders. Great run there by Andy Jones. Pass all the way. Had a seam and just tuck it and ran untouched into the end zone with 20 seconds left in the first half. Bratcher Underwood back to kick the extra point. It's down, it fakes, and it is no good. So the 2-point conversion we attempted was no good. So the score now is Houston Academy 20 and the Cottonwood Bears 14 with 20 seconds left here in the first half. Bratcher Underwood back to kick for Houston Academy. Back deep is Coachman and Cameron Blakes for Cottonwood. Strong leg, Bratcher Underwood in and out of the end zone. So Cottonwood will take over right there at their own 20 with 20 seconds left in the first half. Corey Gill quarterbacking as he has all night for Cottonwood. Hit a man right across the middle there. Ball's loose. It looks like the Raiders might have picked it up, and the Raiders did pick it up. Intended receiver was Hardwick. And Houston Academy recovered the fumble. They get the ball back at the Cottonwood 20-yard line, 25-yard line. Let's check that. The 26-yard line is where HA will start with 11 seconds left in the first half. So Coach Addison sends out Bratcher Underwood to attempt a field goal with 11 seconds left in the first half. This will be a 44-yard field goal for Underwood. It's up. It's good. It's definitely long enough. And it is no good. Off to the right. Wide right. I thought we had one for sure there. Plenty of leg by Bratcher Underwood, but a little wide right. So now Cottonwood will take over at their own 20-yard line. Man, that was a missed 3 points there we could have picked up. With 5 seconds left in the ball game, looks like Cottonwood's just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with the score Houston Academy 20 and Cottonwood 14. You're watching Scenic Sports Net. Jim Boone, Coach Jim Robbins We'll be right back to bring you homecoming here at Northcutt Field tonight. Stay tuned.
Mr. Tram Church. The second freshman attendant is Sally Hoffman. Sally is the daughter of Greg and Elsa Hoffman. Sally was escorted tonight by her father, Mr. Greg Hoffman. The sophomore attendant is Kate Kinney. Kate is the daughter of David and Julie. Kate is escorted tonight by her father, Mr. David Kinney. The first junior attendant is Sarah Walker Alford. Sarah Walker is the daughter of David and Caroline Alford. Sarah Walker is escorted tonight by her father, Dr. David Alford. The second junior attendant is Ann Holland Morris. Ann Holland is the daughter of Duncan and Kelly Morris. Ann Holland is escorted tonight by her father, Mr. Duncan Morris. The first senior attendant is Katie Dennis. Katie is the daughter of Jim and Terry Dennis. Katie is escorted tonight by her father, Mr. Jim Dennis. The second senior attendant is Madison Finley. Madison is the daughter of Steve and Joyce Finley. Madison is escorted tonight by her father, Dr. Steve Finley. The third senior attendant is Savannah Samara. Savannah is the daughter of Lewis and Selena Samara. Savannah is escorted tonight by her father, Mr. Lewis Samara. The Houston Academy 2013 homecoming queen is Savannah Samara. Savannah is being crowned tonight by co-president Sarah Curtis and Kurt Knight. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give the 2013 Houston Academy homecoming court a round of applause.
Cottonwood kicking off to start this second half here. Ball goes to Hayes Battles. Hayes is at his 15-yard line and pick up of maybe 5 on the play. Hayes kind of fumbled the ball. When he got the ball, mad at himself that he fumbled the ball. So Raiders will start the second half at their own 20-yard line. Andy Jones, quarterbacking for Houston Academy, back in the shotgun. This time Andy will give it to Hayes Bells. Hayes has got a seam. Hayes has got an open field. First down, Raiders. Good blocking there by the offensive line for the Raiders. So pickup of about 12 on the play. First down, H.A. Andy Jones in the shotgun again. This time we'll give to Hayes Bells again, trying to get around the corner. Good stop there by number 1, Coachman for Cottonwood. Good open field stop there by Mr. Coachman.
You know, Jim, good discipline by that corner to stay back over in his backside when we reversed directions, and he stayed at home. He could easily chase that initial play. Well coached Cottonwood Bears.
Second down and 7 for the Raiders. Again, just keep pounding that line, giving it to Hayes Bowles. A lot of talk in the locker room with the offensive team, talking about some plays that we have not been running, but more giving the ball to Hayes and more of the, I guess it's more to the right side like we're doing right now, just pounding that line. And one of the things they said, we've got to come off the line a lot quicker than what we've been doing. Again, Hayes in motion. And that might have been the ones they were talking about in the locker room. Some of the kids was talking about some of these, some of the defensive players were just sitting back and not rushing at all. So they're trying to look at some weaknesses Cottonwood had.
Well, you know, a lot of times that's what you get. You get a good play on defense. If he wants to penetrate, he may make one tackle, drop him for a loss for 5-6 yards, and then next thing you know, though, he's going to not catch the ball because he doesn't play up and down the line of scrimmage. And I think a lot of coaches, that's what they want to see him do.
4th and 4, so we got Bratcher Underwood back to kick for Houston Academy, standing at own 25-yard line. Good high kick, going to Coachman at his own 25. That's Coachman running up the sideline. Ball's loose. And it's, looks like maybe Cottonwood might have got that ball back. And they did. Fumble on the play, but Cottonwood recovered, so Cottonwood will take it right there at the 50-yard line. 1st and 10. Bears.
Tell you what, Jim, that's the second or third time the Cottonwood's fumbled the ball, but they haven't lost any yet that I know of. But, you know, maybe that time will come here at a crucial time in the second half.
Talked a lot about defense. Defense is playing a good ball game. And they're talking about the umbrella cover. I think it's maybe cover 2 is what they've been using, or cover 3. But Coach Addison was talking about when those guys break, they're not hurting us in the middle, they're hurting us down the sidelines. And when they do, those safeties have got to go after those guys.
Well, right there now they're going back to what Coach Addison talked about that they do the most. They sent 2 receivers out, and then they broke one deep, and one went into a little out route, and he was wide open.
This time gives off to number 4, Cameron Blanks with the ball, and that is going to get a first down. Coach Addison again talked about that defensive line is not coming off the ball like he'd like to see either. Good penetration right there on the quarterback, and he just throws an incomplete pass.
Wow, that's kind of surprised me there that he doesn't complete that pass. You know, he's an outstanding baseball player, and there he kind of overcooked the adjustments you make when you're running across the receiver, trying to throw it a little bit to the backside to compensate for your movement. But he had a man wide open there, probably for about a 6-7 yard gain.
A lot of confidence in that locker room at halftime. I think the Raiders have come to play this second half. Missed tackle right there. We probably should have had him. That's going to be a pretty good gain on the play, but not a first down. Bring up a 3rd down.
You know, again, Jim, we talked about that in the first half. Again, when they start one way or the other, be it left or be it right, those guys that are in pursuit, those linebackers, those linemen are coming from the inside, have got to be telling himself he's going to cut back, he's going to cut back. He has done it, I know, 5 or 6 times already and picked up an additional 5 or 6 yards.
3rd down and 4. Corey Gill in the shotgun. Corey Gill sitting back there, putting some pressure on him this time, and he's going to tuck it and run, and trying to get him out of bounds. He got a 1st down. Good athlete right there, Corey Gill. That's just athletic ability, what that boy's got.
Well, absolutely. A big 3rd down that they knew down in our territory they had to execute. And it looked like good coverage by the secondary, but we just lost containment and let him get outside and had a chance to run for the boundary. Now, we got to make a quarterback turn back inside so we can get a shot at him, haven't we?
This time they tried trips on this side. Corey's back to throw again. Put some pressure on him again, but he's got a man wide open over here. And great defensive play that time by Jackson Dennis. I tell you, that was a little scary there 1 minute because he was open, and thank goodness Dennis closed in on him pretty quickly.
Well, my words exactly, especially, when we line up sometimes in one coverage and we rotate into a cover 3, and that backside, most high school quarterbacks can't roll right and throw back left very deep. This guy is an exception.
So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. This time he's just going to swing it out.
Got good piece.
Oh, man, good pursuit by the defense that time, Coach. Taylor Lewis, yep.
But, we had 2 other guys in there that just kind of boxed him in. We had containment on the outside. He couldn't go outside. He came back inside. We had somebody there, and then Taylor was there to finish him off. So nice job by the defense.
It's a loss on the play, 3rd and 13 for the Bears with 7:10 left here in the 3rd quarter.
Braves beat the Dodgers 4-3.
Hey, all right.
Back to throw again. Corey Gill got a man wide open. A good stop there by Jackson Dennis. Brings it back up to close to the original line of scrimmage. We'll call it 4th and 8 for the Cottonwood Bears.
That's what he's doing, and we've been doing that for the last 2 or 3 games, and that is that we'll play pass coverage and give them the underneath routes, but we're not going to let you get the big one quick. So nice play by Jackson Dennis.
And they're going for it, 4th and 8 for Cottonwood. Big play right here. Raiders needs the ball back. Oh, bad snap. Ball's on the ground. Corey Gill with the ball, trying to get on the outside.
Nice.
And it's going to be caught behind the line of scrimmage.
I'm going to tell you, I think that was Hunter McIntyre because he was measuring him. As Hunter was coming across, he was just trying to get up, head up him, and keep kind of keep a little leverage in case he tried to go, to the outside. But if he went outside, he was going to do more east-west running than he was north and south. And with 8 yards to go for the 1st down, he wasn't going to make it. So great play by Hunter McIntyre.
Also, I saw Shelby White. He was on the chase, too. Shelby just couldn't get enough speed up. And like you said, Hunter came in for the attack.
Great pursuit.
Big turnover right there. Houston Academy takes it. Ball's resting at the Houston Academy 25. 1st and 10, Raiders. This time Andy's going to fake it and throw it out to Hayes Battles. Hayes, oh my good. What 2nd and 3rd effort by Hayes Battles picks up a 1st down.
Well, a great spin move by Hayes. He just kind of put that little move on him, spun to the outside, and picked up an additional 4 or 5 yards. But, that's what makes the running game so effective for us. We do a great job of yards after contact. And, in this situation here with 6-point lead, we really need to go down and punch some points on that board right now. This would be a big drive.
That right there was one of the plays they put in at halftime because we hadn't seen that the whole 1st half. I believe that was the one they were talking about, swinging Hayes out in the flats. It worked really well. Again, Hayes with the ball. Taylor Lewis out trying to lead the block in there, number 54. Second down and 8. Clock's moving, 5:20 left in the 3rd quarter. Houston Academy 20 and Cottonwood 14. You got officials timeout. Looks like Taylor's. Oh yeah, Taylor Lewis has got a bleed on the elbow, so he's gonna have to come out for. They can get that taped up. HA in the black uniforms tonight, and Cottonwood Bears in the white uniforms. Cullen Armstrong split over here this time. Andy will just keep the ball. Andy Jones trying to get a couple of extra yards there. Going to bring up a 3rd down for the Raiders. Third and 4 for the Raiders. Cade Oliver in motion. And now the Raiders call a timeout. You know, one of the things we're missing down there, Coach, is Richard Howell. And I saw him in the locker room at halftime. He said he'd been sick part of the week. He's just weak, real lightheaded, got his shoulder pads off. So I don't think we'll see any of him the second half.
Well, that's that's an ace up the sleeve that we'll be missing because Richard has been a very valuable part of this offense, and it's on times when people begin to key more on Hayes battles and Andy, and then all of a sudden Richard gets the ball, and it's usually a big gainer. So we hope we can continue to operate without him, and hope he gets well soon.
Some of those other guys, Coach Addison said that he was going to try to switch out some of the linemen, give them a blow. So he wants some of those younger guys to be ready to get in this ball game, because we got a lot of football here to play with 4:14 left in the 3rd quarter. Andy Jones in the shotgun, gives it double reverse, gives to Hayes. 1st down Raiders. Yeah, that's
Alec Reeves.
Alec Reeves with the ball, number 28.
That's what I was talking about before, that they worked on this week some about, reverses and change of direction. And so right there, again, we get Hayes leading the play to the offensive left, and Alex Reeves, who's got speed. He was 1 tackle away from breaking that for 6.
He was. Raiders on the move. This time it'll give it to Hayes Battles. Hayes is looking for some blocking, trying to get around that left side, going down that Cottonwood sideline over there, and they're going to run him out of bounds, bring up another 1st down.
That's Hayes. What I love about that, what has he done? Every time he's went outside so far, he's looked back to the inside, cut up, and got 4 or 5 yards. That's good. This time, I think they were kind of looking for that. He bounces it outside for a much bigger gain. Probably, what was that, 8 or 10 yards on that game?
Oh, absolutely. I got some stats here. I was really shocked. Cottonwood had 7 first downs, and Houston Academy had 7 first downs the first half. I sure thought we had more than that. So 1st down Raiders. Hayes Battles with the ball, driving it downfield. Another 1st down for Hayes Battles.
The variation of that offense that Coach Addison and the staff and Coach Mitchell do such a great job of. Right there, they put Alec Reeves in motion to the offensive left, and then they bring Hayes back inside and catch them, when they're, pursuing outside. Just a great series, great calling here by Coach Mitchell.
Ball sitting now at the Cottonwood 22-yard line. Give it to Hayes Battles. Hayes is looking for a seam. Good blocking by the offensive line, and Hayes just turns it right upfield. Another big gainer.
You're certainly right, and that's something we need to do is we need to call out some names. Now, these guys on that offensive line, those holes wouldn't be there if it wasn't for them, and they are beginning to kind of take control of this game, and if they can do this drive here and put these points on the board, they'll dominate that offensive line and can put this thing away, but that's what we're going to need to do.
This drive started at the Cottonwood 10, and we moved it down now to, started the HA 10-yard line down to the Cottonwood 14. Again, Hayes Battles trying to get around that corner. Good stop over there by number 2 for Cottonwood. I believe that's Hardwick. Boy, oh, Hayes is going to sleep good tonight.
And he wouldn't have it any other way.
Nope. Hayes had that 90-yard run back and another 50 yards, so he had well over 100 yards first half. He's going to probably hit that 200 mark tonight for sure. First down Raiders. Ball sitting now at the Cottonwood 10 with 1:47, 1:45 left. Coach Mitchell gets the play in to Andy Jones. Hayes battles. Moves it down to the 5-yard line.
You know, Jim, sometimes it's not a real impressive type of drive in the fact that there's nothing real glorious about it, no big bombs, but what it is, it's just a steady 4- and 5-yard gain every time.
Joe, he's downstairs, Joe McIntyre. When you go back down, it's no big rush. Oh, man, touchdown Raiders. Was that Hayes again? I couldn't read the number.
Great cut back inside, absolutely.
Hayes Vels in for the score. Took it in from the 5-yard line. And the Raiders 26 now.
I'll tell you again.
Cottonwood 14.
Wilson, Ramsey, Shelby, Wyatt, all those guys on that line of scrimmage, I'm telling you, are doing a tremendous job of blocking.
They really are. And that was a great drive the HA just put on, starting at the Cottonwood 10. At their own 10, driving it all the way downfield, 80 yards. Brasher Underwood down, kicked the extra point. It's up, and it is good. And the Raiders now lead this ball game 28-14. Man, that looks good on that scoreboard, Coach.
Well, that's what kind of worried me a little bit. When I look on the scoreboard and I see a 6-point differential, which is good because it beats a field goal, but one pass from Corey Gill to that speed, they get in the end zone, and then they kick an extra point, then you're down 1. So that is big, that drive, not only because I think mentally, imagine what it does to Cottonwood when you just basically 4 or 5 yards at a time and drive the ball for 90 yards for a touchdown.
And that's what Coach Addison talked about in the locker room. Guys, let's come back, get back on the board. That first series of downs, and we did that. Good drive with the Raiders. A lot of confidence now, I think, on those Raiders, that Raiders team.
Well, that's one thing we've always talked about, you and I, as we've done these things, and we think that we really do a good job, our coaching staff, of halftime adjustments. They spot what we're doing and what they're doing, and then we make those changes, and you generally come out, if we're equal talent, we're generally going to have a little edge, at least we feel like we do.
Back deep for Cottonwood is number 4, Cameron Blanks. Brasher Underwood ready to kick it off. Not going to be a return again.
You think about that, Jim. You see those guys back there that they look like maybe they're about 5'8", 5'9", maybe about 155 pounds, and run the 40 and about nothing flat.
Yep.
It's nice to see him just catch it and hand it to the official, isn't it?
No doubt about that. Let's see if these Raiders can stop Cottonwood right here. Corey Gill back in the shotgun. Throwing across the middle there. Or, excuse me, just a little post pattern. To number 2. And that's Hardwick. Hunter McIntyre in on the stop for the Raiders. Again, Corey back to throw. Looking down that sideline. There's the exact pattern that Coach Addison was talking about. We got to get that corner safety. We got to get him. That's his man.
Well, see, that's what we were talking about early on. You know, that cornerback, he's turning and running with him, but you know, they breaking the cushion on us and getting behind the corner, and the safety over toward the middle of the field, the hash, is not quite getting it. If the quarterback times that right, he's going to hit it right behind the corner and right in front of the safety.
And we know Corey Gill's definitely got an arm on him. He's back to throw again. Got a man over here and overthrows. That's Blanks. He overthrew number 4. And we got a flag down on the play. And they're waving off the flag.
Well, you know, Jim, if we can keep making these plays, don't give up the big bomb like we had go against us just a while ago that they didn't complete, but it was close. And, you know, then the incomplete pass here, it gets a little frustrating to them, too, when they look at that scoreboard and they're behind.
Corey rolling out to this side, looking across the middle. Oh, great catch there. Went up in the air, Hardwick. And let me tell you, who laid him out? That got to be Hunter, wasn't it?
I didn't see who initial contact was, but, you know, we had a great coverage on 2 of the 3, but, you know, one of them broke free, and Corey Gill does a good job of delivering the football.
Tell you, Hardwick hung on to that ball. And now he's holding his side. He's over on that sideline over there. I think he wants to take a knee after that hit. So that's going to be the end of the third quarter. Houston Academy leading this homecoming ball game 27-14 over Cottonwood. We'll be right back to bring you the third quarter. You're watching Scenic Sports Net. Okay, starting the fourth quarter here. Cottonwood at midfield. Corey Gill rolling out to the right side, looking across the middle. Intercepted by the Raiders. Number 13, Andy Jones.
Yeah, I think what I liked about that especially, Jim, we got an early roll out of our safety that broke over and took away the deep third. And then we had linebackers over here. We had about 3 different depths covered. So just a great coverage by the Raiders on that play. He tried to force the ball in there, and Andy makes a great play.
Man, you're right. He tried to force it. I didn't even see a Cottonwood Bear there. I saw a bunch of Raiders over here. And Andy jumped up and grabbed that ball. Andy Jones is having what a game tonight, being a senior here, playing a really good ball game. So the Raiders will take over right there at the 50-yard line. Cullen Armstrong in motion. He's going to give it to Cullen. Double reverse, throwing it back to Andy. Got a man wide open. Hayes battles.
You remember I told you that
Coach,
they had put in some additional plays, and I saw him run that at practice, and I said, great. You know, because they're going to key on Hayes battles, and then a double reverse pass you don't see every day. Well executed.
Coach, that is backyard football is what that's got to be. We used to draw them up like
and
that.
And guess who loves to run that? Those guys, those players love that stuff.
What a game, what a play there by the Raiders. Ball sitting now at the Cottonwood 17-yard line. A good Andy Jones fakes it this time and looking for Jackson Dennis in the end zone, but he is brought down. Man, I tell you what, I like the looks of that. I thought we had a double reverse coming. All of a sudden, Andy's getting the ball back, throwing to Hayes wide open down the sideline.
Yeah, I tell you, when you put a little fun in the game, kids get out there and play hard, and you put in something like that, it excites them.
This time Hayes battles, looking for a seam, trying to get down this sideline. dragging number 11 down with him and takes it down to about the 8-yard line, and then we get a flag go in. That was Monroe he was dragging down the field with him for Cottonwood.
Jim, there's been a little jawing on between 2 or 3. It's been going back and forth. I've been watching it, especially since we've come out, and there was something during the first half. And I'm anxious to see who had the discipline here and who managed to lay off.
It's going to be a personal foul on Cottonwood.
Coaches will love that. We love that, the discipline. Ooh. Not to get engaged in that. Stay focused on your job. Outstanding.
So this will be half the distance of the goal. Be spotted at the 5-yard line. First and goal Raiders with 10:40 left in the ball game. It's time to give it to Hayes. And Hayes tiptoes in the end zone for another score. Man. Good blocking by that offensive line again. Good hole. Hayes didn't have a whole lot of trouble getting through that hole. Shelby White, Taylor Lewis. Who else, Coach? Man, you call them off. Those guys are playing a heck of a ball game.
In there. Wilson Ramsey's a good one in there that's done a great job for us. And I guess Thomas Robinson.
Yep. Bratcher Underwood back to kick the extra point. Down. It's up. It's high enough. And it is no good. I think it was too high. I don't think they could tell if it went through the uprights or not. So Houston Academy leads this ball game here 33-14 over the Bears with 10:26 left in the ball game. Raiders getting ready to kick off here. Bratcher Underwood back deep. Number 2, Hardwick and Coachman. And it will go to Hardwick at his own 10. Hardwick trying to come up the sideline. And he's going to run out of bounds right there at his 41-yard line. So Cottonwood will take over at their own 40-yard line with 10:19 left in the ball game. Hardwick with the ball, number 4. And he's going to pick up about 8 on the play. Stopped there by Cade Oliver. First down, Cottonwood. Corey Gill back to throw, looking for a man across the middle. Got number 2, Hardwick with the ball, and Hardwick's going to pick up about 12. First down, Cottonwood. Corey back to throw again, looking over here for Hardwick. Oh, man. Hit it about the same time he caught the ball. Hit by Andy Jones, number 13. No gain on the play. Take that back. There was a gain on the play. Corey Gill back to throw, looking deep, being covered. Oh, great defensive play that time by the Raiders.
Jim, great play. They tried to go a little out and up, and great job of the corner staying with him over there.
Jackson Dennis, great coverage that time by that corner, Jackson Dennis. I think old Hardwick came up and he wanted to have a few words with Jackson. Jackson just backed off like he's supposed to. So this will bring up a 3rd down and 3. Throwing across the middle. Oh, man, in and out of the hands of Hunter McIntyre into the receiver's hands of Cottonwood. Thought we had another pick there, Coach.
That would have been nice. I noticed when we came up a while ago, Cade Oliver appeared to have done something maybe to his knee. So defensively, we're going to have to prepare for that.
So that'll bring up a 1st down for Cottonwood. Oh, man, got a man open across the middle again. And that was Hardwick, and, man, he was open. They going more to the middle now.
Yeah,
and we got to
get one tacked on. I don't know whether it was Shelby White was involved in a little tie-up there, and I don't know where it was Cottonwood. No, it's not. That's not Shelby. 53. I think it was Alex Venezia.
And it's going to be a personal foul against the Raiders.
Yeah.
Cade Oliver comes off the field, number 10. He's back in the ball game.
Glad to see him moving well. It's we don't need to make any changes there.
It's going to be a dead ball personal foul against the Raiders, 15 yards. They're going to mark it off. 1st down, Cottonwood. Cottonwood knocking at the door now at the Raider 11-yard line. Corey Gill changing the play at the line. Just a little shovel pass to number 2. Hardwick, that's a good timing play right there.
It was. Once again, though, you see they're not going to try to sprint to that corner. They're going to try to look for a seam and they'll turn it up in. We had a linebacker there that stayed back inside and managed to get enough on him to get him down. So just need to hold him out of the end zone right here.
2nd and 6 for the Bears. Clock's moving. 8 minutes left in the ball game. Gill looking. Still being pressured. Still running around back there. And he's going to throw it in the end zone. And intended receiver was number 34, it looked like, for number, Paxton was intended receiver.
Well, I like that coverage.
Or maybe that was
Jim.
Maybe that was 24. Josh Berkey.
You know, for him to run around that long in the backfield like that and us still having coverage and not, a receiver not being open, outstanding job by our linebackers and secondary.
Bring up a 3rd down and 6. He's going to swing it out the outside. Great defensive play by Jackson Dennis. Boy, we keep them out of the end zone, Coach. 4th down, we know they don't have a kicker, so they'll be going for it. They don't want 3 anyway. They need the 7. 3 won't do them any good. Corey Gill back to throw. Got all day to throw the ball. This time he's going to decide to run the ball, and he gets it in the end zone. Good athletic play by the quarterback.
Well, the positive side again, boy, nobody to throw to. Great coverage, but, you're a good athlete like that. He doesn't want to run it, but if he has to, he's very capable.
Cottonwood put 6 up on the board. Score now is Houston Academy 33, Cottonwood 20, 7:16 left in the ball game. Cottonwood's attempting a 2-point conversion here. Corey Gill back to throw. This time he's going to decide to run again, and he tiptoes in the end zone. Cottonwood 22, HA 33.
Well, my math is right. That's still an 11-point lead, which means that's a touchdown, and a field goal still puts you 1 point short.
Yep.
So I can live with that, but I'd like to see us drive one more time to that end zone.
Cottonwood getting ready to kick off. Hayes battles back deep. It's going to be a little short kick. Going to go to Hayes. This time Hayes just does a third base slide there, Coach.
The big thing here I like is we get this ball on the 30-yard line. If we'll do what we've done so far in the second half, we'll take it and we'll run time off that clock on a nice sustained drive. And I know that's what we're looking to do.
Yep. .7:13 left in the ball game. Look like the old tight wing tee up there. This time we'll give it to Hayes. And Hayes battles. Finds him a little seam. Picks up about 6 on the play.
Those legs don't look tired, do they? You know, he turns back inside and somebody jumps on his back and he gets about another 2 or 3 yards after that.
Play picks up 4. Brings up 2nd and 6 for the Raiders.
A lot of athletic ability in Hayes battles. Second and 6 for the Raiders. Again, Hayes battles with the ball. This time they're going to catch him in the backfield.
Hayes battles on the carry. Stopped by number 52 for the Bears. Brings up 3rd and 4 for the Raiders. Timeout on the field.
And okay, we're back. 3rd down and 4 for Houston Academy. Again, Hayes battles with the ball. Man, they thought they had him behind the line. Hayes battles, finds the seam, and 1st down Raiders.
Well, a good fake. Great ball handled by Andy Jones and a little cross in there. I tell you what, he great blocking one more time at that line of scrimmage. Good seam.
Keeping the ball on the ground, clock's moving, 5:39 left in the ball game. This time Hayes battles. Hayes looks like he might be getting a little tired. He's got a good reason to be tired though, Coach.
Yeah, he didn't gain but 5 that time instead of the normal 7 or 8. He might be slowing up a little bit. But you're right. He's gonna rest easy tonight. He's toted that thing a few times.
He sure has. Well over 200 yards for Hayes battles tonight. This time Andy goes into the shotgun. And he'll just follow his blockers. And Andy gets a 1st down. And now Coach Addison's got that stopwatch, doing a little time management here and keeping that clock running. First down Raiders. Coach Addison got that stopwatch going. Hayes battles. Hayes battles. Going down that sideline. It's going to run it out of bounds over there. How about that? He could have gone on in the end zone. Little class, runs out of bounds. Another first down for the Raiders. Clock's moving, 4:02. Again, Hayes battles with the ball.
That young man is getting a workout, isn't he?
Woo, is he ever? I would have run out of bounds too. Goodness gracious. Ball sitting at the Cottonwood 20. The Bears band over there playing. They ain't left yet. Battles again. Close to another first down. Hayes finally gets to come out of the ball game. Cullen Armstrong goes in. Coach Mitchell gives him a high five. I tell you what, I give him a high five too, Coach.
Might ought to take him out for supper.
Wouldn't be a bad idea. Tell you, he earned his keep tonight. There goes Andy Jones down the right sideline. Ball's loose. I think Andy got it back. First down. Touchdown Raiders. Andy Jones. Boy, that's sweet, Coach. Houston Academy 39. Cottonwood 22.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jim, I'd give all the credit to this one now. I think that coaching staff on that sideline did a tremendous job this week of watching film and putting that defense and disguising defenses, and they put in some wrinkles offensively, and I think it's really paid off here.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Kick is good by Bratcher Underwood. Houston Academy 40, Cottonwood 22. Would you ever dream we'd have a score 40 to 22?
You know, I think we just get better every week as far as execution. You know, Coach Addison's got to say, and sometimes it's not X's and O's, but it's Jimmy's and Joe's. But I tell you,
Yeah.
the Jimmy's and Joe's in the blue came here to play tonight.
They certainly did. Game means a lot, too, that the winner of this game will be the number one in the region. Next week we travel over to Sampson. Sampson's playing Providence tonight, and Sampson don't have a bad ball club at all.
Well, that'll be a challenge. We can't let down. That'll be, I think, the big concern, because they beat Providence pretty good tonight. I know Providence is struggling this year, but Sampson, I think, has got the capability of putting some points on the board. So the coaches will give them a little more time to enjoy this win, but after that, get focused back on Sampson.
Back to work next week, going over there in Sampson Tiger territory. Then the following week, we got Wicksburg back at home, and then we go to Providence, our last game. So 3 more ball games, and the Raiders right now are sitting pretty in the region.
Absolutely. A lot riding on this game tonight, so a tremendous, tremendous win for the Raiders. We hope we finish this thing off.
Underwood back to kick. And it is deep in the end zone. With 2:09 left in the ball game. Corey Gill quarterbacking. Throwing over here to Coachman, number 1. Coachman still on his feet, and he'll have a first down.
Gill's pass completes to number 1, Galen Coachman. Stops by the Coachman Raiders. That play picks up a bear on first down.
Coachman again back, Corey Gill back to throw again. Intended receiver was Coachman.
Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Bears.
2nd and 10 for Cottonwood. Gill back to throw. Got a man open across the middle. Boy, I tell you what, when he fires that ball, he fires it. Hit old Harvick right in the hands.
Well, you know, that's what we said early on. You know, there's a positive and negative side to that kind of velocity. You know, it gets there in a hurry. You can split seams with that kind of an arm, but you better have receivers got some hands that can catch it.
This time, Josh Burke with the ball. Josh is still on his feet. Big gain there by number 24, Josh Burke. His dad told me he's a big baseball player, number 24 for Cottonwood, and this is only his 2nd year playing. They put him in wide receiver. Doing a pretty good job. Only played football a couple of years. Ball intended for number 1 out there, Coachman.
Gill's pass intended for number 1, Galen Coachman, falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 with 1:23 left in the ball game.
Good job, buddy.
Corey Gill throws to number 2, Hardwick, and Hardwick's got a big game on the play.
Gill pass complete to number 2, Octavius Hardwick. Stopped by number 11, Dylan Rice. Play picks up a first down for the Bears.
Ball intended again for number 24, Burke.
Pass intended for number 24, Joshua Burke, falls incomplete.
In and out of his hands, so that'll bring up a 2nd down, 10. 1:04 left in the ball game. This time Gill's rolling out. Close to an interception that time.
Gill's pass intended for number 4, Cameron Blanks, falls incomplete.
How many attempts you think Corey Gill's had tonight? My goodness, has he thrown the ball?
Well, Coach Addison had a stat on that today at lunch, and but I tell you, it's just a credit to what the coaches do on their scouting. But he had the number of times that they throw it a game, and basically a position on the field where they favor throwing it, whether it's outside or whether it's in the middle of the field.
Touchdown, Cottonwood.
This time Corey Gill runs it down the right side, right into the end zone. So Cottonwood goes on the board here late in the ball game, 28-40.
And the big thing, Jim, I like to see, Coach has done this all year. The coaches continue to rotate younger players in to give them some experience. It's not so much about the score. The game's under control. And so a great job of working that depth that'll pay off for us later on.
The Bears will attempt a 2-point conversion.
So Cottonwood's going for 2 points here. Ball's on the ground. Corey Gills is going to try to run it in, which He did. So Cottonwood 30 now, and Houston Academy 40 with 50 seconds left on the clock.
70 points on the board tonight. Fans got their money's worth, huh?
Absolutely. Ready? Hayes battles back deep for the Raiders. Looks like an onside kick. Corey Gill kicking off for Cottonwood. Raiders has got the ball. 1st and 10. Some debate whether or not the ball went 10 yards or not. And it is the Raiders' ball. And the Raiders just take a knee, Coach. Second down and 10. Clock's moving with 20 seconds left in the ball game. And that'll be it, Coach. What a ball game we saw here tonight. The Raiders are victorious, 40-30 over these Bears.
Well, I think a well-executed game plan by the players. Great planning by the coaches, knowing what was on the line. It was a great game. 70 points scored. I think we're pretty much healthy. I don't think any real serious injuries. So this was a pivotal game in our season. So I think we're sitting right where we wanted to sit at this point in time. So we just got to take it one game at a time and finish this thing out. Great game tonight.
Yeah, hopefully Richard Howell will be back next week. You know, like he's been sick all this week, but he'll probably be back next week. So we'll be healthy going into Sampson. Great homecoming game here tonight. Houston Academy is the victor, 40-30 over the Bears. And we'll close it out. Jim Boone, Coach Jim Robbins, and wishing you a good night from Northcutt Field.
You've been watching High School Football Game Night, presented by Scenic Cable Network and Productions. Join us again next time.